So every now and then, I catch a glimpse at exactly what Donald Trump is up to. One of the new things it's been passed around apparently, and I don't like talking about leaked documents and shit because there's an inherent level of disprovability to all of them. I mean, it's a leaked document. How much proof of there is this? Is this just a thing that somebody said this was said in a meeting and it snowballed from there? Is this an actual memo that was passed around that they have a first draft of this draconian policy that they're discussing? And the idea of it is to protect American businesses that are led by people with a strong amount of faith. At least that's the understanding I'm gathering from it, the intention. The application is probably going to run a little bit different than that. I posted a copy of it on my Facebook, mostly so that I would be able to go back over and read it more thoroughly. Because this isn't the sort of thing that we can just allow to happen. I mean, is there nothing that can be done to stop an executive order? Like the president gets made president and suddenly they're allowed to make new laws? They're not the fucking king. They're not an emperor. There are limits to what they're allowed to do. So how do we undo a fucking executive order? Because we're going to have to undo a couple of these. Fucking. Anytime you make a law about religious freedom or any of that, you're kind of fucking making bigger problems. When you make laws about religion, you tend to make it so that people have the idea if there isn't a rule, then it's acceptable. So if you make rules that you can't persecute Christians, then people start to assume that because there's a rule that says you can't persecute Christians, that it's okay to persecute non-Christians. And don't tell me that that's not the kind of shit humans think of, because I'm sorry, I'm not stupid. I'm not blind. I'm a fan of history. And history tells me that that's exactly the kind of shit we do. Wow, the problem with pedestrians is that they don't understand that there are fucking rules for them using the crosswalk. You can't just step in front of a car. You can't do that. It's not allowed. It puts you in danger. And I don't know where people got the idea that they're somehow invulnerable because the rules say that you have the right of way occasionally. And when you start to read a rule and it says you have the right of way in a crosswalk, but the sentence says pedestrians have the right of way at all times in a crosswalk, most of the people reading these rules seem to, for some reason, just stop at all times. They don't pass by the part, where it says in a crosswalk, that there are times when you are allowed to be in the crosswalk. There are rules. I don't think Donald Trump believes that he has any actual rules. Someone needs to remind him. It's not like he's going to listen to one of the common people, right? He snowballed enough of them to get elected. Time to deliver the food.